Welcome back. This is Stasiabliss as we talk about Kundalini awakenings on this channel and help you navigate all the different ways in which that might show up for you, the people around you, and in the world. So I'm happy to be back again. We're right on the crux of eclipse season. So I want to just talk a little bit about that in terms of how we can use eclipse season to support our awakening journey. Because in India, I'm just going to jump right into it. In India, the eclipses are seen as powerful, transformative agents and ruled by Shiva consciousness, which is this the element of the Father overseeing the evolution of humanity and like giving almost like a whole cycle at one time, right? So it is believed that during an eclipse, whatever spiritual practice that you are doing or you are engaged in, it is multiplied by 1,000. That's a lot. So if you do 108 repetitions of a mantra, you get 108,000. And that's a big deal. If you know anything about mantra chanting, it takes a certain number, generally around, like 24,000 repetitions of a mantra to gain its boon is the idea behind it. So you have to do it a certain number of times, right? So that's years of practice sometimes. So during an eclipse, your practice is amplified and multiplied, and you can really accelerate. And why this is so cool is because when we want to go further on our path, or when we're struggling through blocks that a Kundalini awakening may bring up, we can apply yoga or mantra or spiritual practices to help us move through things quicker. But it takes like commitment and discipline of doing it every day for a while to get you through, like building up the reserve of the benefit that practice gives you, much like using an herbal remedy. So if you're going to use an herbal remedy, it's not just like you take a couple of turmeric and you're done with your inflammation. It's not like medicine. But if you have the device to take your herbal medicine and like put it in something that would amplify its effects and bring you the effects of taking it for like 1,000 days all at once, then you can see the power that I'm talking about behind these eclipses. So the next new moon and full moon coming up, and the new moon I believe is next Monday, which would be, today's the 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 20, like the 25th, I believe, of March. And you might want to double check that, but that's going to be a new moon in Libra, so the opposite sign of Aries. And then we have that big solar eclipse happening in the Americas, North America, on April 8th. And that's an Aries total eclipse if you're in totality. And so boom, you guys, this is 2 opportunities, and eclipse season is every 6 months. So you actually have opportunities twice a year, actually 4 times a year, to accelerate your spiritual practice, to apply the remedy that you are utilizing right now and multiply it. So let's apply this in various different scenarios, okay? So one great thing about mantra and yoga practice and so forth is you can look at your astrology chart and you can see where you have like challenging or difficult or detrimental positions. And if you do, then, a mantra might be applied. If you have like some challenging opposition to your creativity, then you might apply the mantra for Saraswati, for creativity, to help move that energy so it's not so challenging or difficult. And there's so many ways you can do this. But if you are really struggling, you could be working on this for years, or you need to practice this daily. And I'm not saying with eclipses you don't need to practice daily, but it is really like getting you like a beautiful big boost of energy to accelerate you through and, like take the medicine of the eclipse is what I'm trying to say. So in a relationship too, we might be working through an issue in a relationship and, just take going to counseling or therapy with your partner. Imagine having to go like 1,000 times to get the benefit. Now, you have to be in like a pretty difficult place for it to be true, but let's even say you were going to go for a year. Well, practicing like Kundalini yoga with your partner during an eclipse, and if you want guidance for that, that's something I do with couples, is guide you on that practice. And, I'm open to scheduling during that window of the eclipse. So the eclipse energy is on both sides. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, the most potent, the closer you get to the time. So I'm not going to be available during the total eclipse. Not those moments. I'll be doing my own practice. And during the full moment of the lunar eclipse, that's for my practice. But during the days that are just next to it, you're still getting that ripple effect of that energy, and it's still going to benefit you. So if that's something you want to do, you can really move through blocks quickly. But I highly encourage you to pick your own practice, to find something that you would really love to work through quickly. Let's say you have a health concern and you really want to apply mantra for healing. The Mahamrityunjay mantra, chanted 108 times during an eclipse, boom! You might as well have the hands of miracles on you. I'm telling you, this is powerful, powerful energy. And so, since we've been talking about sexual energy the past few days, I just want to kind of bring it to that point as well, as if you really want to understand how your base level sexual energy can be experienced as a full body orgasmic bliss of your own nature. I highly recommend working with some of these practices, and I did give you one the other day, using the mudras at the base and breathing and moving with that. You could be practicing this during the eclipse and have like a really astonishing orgasmic awakening. So there's some really beautiful ways, and over the next few days and into the eclipse, I'll be exploring this a little bit more with you, but I just want to get you excited about that and thinking about how can I support my spiritual awakening with these cosmic windows coming. So that's what a lot of these times of the year, the equinoxes, the solstices, the eclipse cycles, powerful times for doing your practice, because they do amplify the benefits and help you move through to a next level. Thank you so much for joining me. If you liked this video, please push like, share it, subscribe, come back again and again, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Namaste, and I love you.